What's up, YouTube family? I'm back with another video. I want everyone to like this video, and I want everyone to subscribe. I want everyone to comment, hit that black bell so you can get all of my videos. This story starts with a dude named Matthew. He's driving home from work. It's about 10 p.m. He's driving on the highway. All of a sudden he realizes he gets a little thirsty, so he pulls over to a store on the side of the road. Oh yeah, one thing, is it me or Speedway slushie is really, really delicious? I want someone to leave a comment in the comment section. So back to the story. So as Matthew's in the store, he grabbed a Reese cup, he grabbed him a slushie here at the counter, and he give the clerk the money. You know, he trying to hurry up and get home because, you know, he ready to lay down. So as Matthew's leaving out the store, here a guy say, "Excuse me, sir, do you have any change?" Matthew says, "Nah, sir, I'm sorry," and keeps it moving. But then the guy's like, "Hold on, sir, which way are you going? I've been stranded out here for a whole day. No one to give me a ride." For some reason, Matthew usually doesn't do this, but this guy, I don't know, he didn't look really crazy or nothing, so he didn't make Matthew feel any type of way. Even though he didn't want to do it, he said, "I'll give you a ride, man, come on." So the guy's walking over to Matthew's car. Matthew gets in the car. Matthew's driving on the road like this. Next thing you know, he's looking over at the guy. The guy, he seems really quiet, even though he was just talking a lot before he got in the car. So Matthew says, "Hey man, what's your name?" This man says, "I don't really want to tell you my name." Even though Matthew's kind of thrown off by it, he keeps trying to create conversation because Matthew's starting to feel a little strange at this moment. Now it's been about, 10 minutes on the road. Matthew's home is about 15 minutes away. So he asked the guy, "Hey man, where you want me to drop you off at?" And the guy's like, "Oh no, keep going." Even though Matthew didn't want to keep going, Matthew, he's driving like this. And then this guy looks down at Matthew's Reese cup and he says, "Hey man, you mind if I have that Reese cup?" Matthew says, "No, I don't mind," even though he did mind, because mind you, Matthew really loves Reese cups. So anyway, as Matthew's driving, he can see on the side of his eye that this dude is staring at him, and he keeps grabbing in this black bag. Matthew don't know what he's trying to do, so Matthew ends up saying, "Hey man, are you all right?" And the guy says, "Keep driving." And next thing you know, Matthew puts his foot on the pedal a little faster. Next thing you know, you see the police lights in the background. Matthew was getting pulled over. Matthew knows he was going the speed limit. He didn't know what he was getting pulled over for, so he didn't have anything to hide. So Matthew pulled over him to the side, and the man said, "Dude, what are you doing? Why did you stop?" And Matthew's like, "What's going on? What do you mean?" "They're looking for me." And Matthew's like, "What's going on?" So the officer, by this time, he's at the window. He says, "Sir, you have license and registration?" Matthew gives that to him. After that, police officer shines a flashlight over to the man in the passenger seat and says, "Hey sir, you look familiar. You mind giving me your name?" And the man, he gets out the car and tries to run, but the other officer catches him and tackles him. So while Matthew got his hands up like this, the officer says, "You stay right there and don't move." And they put the other guy in the car and lock the doors. After they put him in the car, more backup arrived. And next thing you know, they walk over to Matthew with a serious look on their face and they say, "Sir, you don't know how lucky you are to be alive." Matthew looks at them stunned and says, "What do you mean, sir? I just met him at the store. He asked for a ride." The two officers look at each other and they say, "Well, sir, turns out you gave a ride to the most notorious serial killer that we've been looking for a very long time. He's been murdering women all around the area. We didn't know his whereabouts until you bumped into him, so basically, thank you for helping us find him." Matthew looks at him and says, "Thank you for saving my life." The police officers say, "Well, sir, no, thank you. And I want you to drive safe and be careful who you give a ride to." And as they're walking away, they look in the car and they say, "Hold on, sir, move aside." And as they open up the door, there goes a bag right there. It has rope, it has a knife, and it has zip ties. Matthew's looking there like this. He can't believe it. As Matthew jumped back, the officers jump in the car and grab the bag. They look at Matthew and say, "See, I told you, sir." They look at each other and say, "That's all the evidence we need. Drive safe and don't give anyone any more rides tonight." Matthew's rubbing his chin like, "Man, next time I'm gonna be more careful who I give a ride to." If y'all like this video, I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do it. I will highly appreciate it. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you can get all of my videos. If you like this video, comment more stories that you want me to do just like this. Thank you. What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I want everyone to like, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. For those who've already subscribed, you already know what it is. For those who have not subscribed, I want you to hit the black notification bell so you can get all of my videos and not some. This story right here is they was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Hit that like button and share this video. Let's get started. Alright, so this story starts out with two friends named Chris and Marcus. Chris calls Marcus, says, you want to go to the store? Marcus says, yeah, let's meet up on this certain street. So they meet up on that certain street, and when they meet up, they see this random car slowing down with the window like this, and then they just keep on going. So Marcus, they brush it off and they keep on walking to the store. So while Chris and Marcus is inside the store, Marcus, he can see this car inside, the same car that drove past him. So he looking, next thing you know, that's Chris, he see the same thing. He like, you see that? So then they end up leaving the store. Out of nowhere, this car drives by and starts shooting at Chris and Marcus. They don't know why. Thank God, neither one of them got hit. They ran behind the store, and while Marcus looking out, Chris, his phone ring, and it's a phone number from a girl that he got from the club like a week before. So next thing you know, he answered the phone. He tell her to come pick them up on this certain street. So out of nowhere, Marcus, he started waving his hands because the girl, she pulled up, right? Whoever was chasing him, I guess they didn't see him or whatever, but the girl actually came quicker than Marcus and Chris think, so they hopped in the whip and they skirt off. So while they driving, they didn't tell her what happened, right? The girl, she like, what's going on? And Marcus and Chris, they just like, that was close. And Marcus, he said, yeah, I know, right? And yes, I'm not racist. By the way, this is a white girl. They came to pick them up. So she like, I don't want y'all in my car not telling me what's going on. So Marcus finally tell her, look, we end up getting shot at. I don't know what's going on. So next thing you know, they look up and they see some headlights. They hit a few lefts, hit a few rights, and the headlights keep following them. So now they know they're in trouble. Now they got the girl in this same mess. So for some reason, Chris, he just jumps out the car and just takes off running. Marcus, he stays in the passenger seat while the white girl, she's driving fast. And this is when the gang members start shooting at the car. Now the white girl's scared. Now she's pushing the brakes. Next thing you know, the red and blue lights. The police come and they pull them over. So they try to tell the police officer that they the ones being shot at. After backup came with everything, here come Chris. Turns out Chris jumped out the car. When he took off running, he ended up seeing the police car parked on the side street and said that they were being chased and followed. And after that, that's when they heard the gunshots. And then Chris, he ended up telling the police officer where to go. And the police officer ended up speeding up and catching up to Marcus and the white girl. And the cop was explaining that there was a gang initiation. There was two gangs going up against each other, right? One of these gangs' homies got killed, so they was coming to retaliate. Turns out the neighborhood that Chris and Marcus was in, that was the same neighborhood where the gang was coming to retaliate. They was pretty much shoot anybody on sight. So that's pretty much how that happened. Chris and Marcus wasn't in any gang or anything. So basically they was targeted by gang members for retaliation. What's even more crazy is, after this, two other people, unknown, shot and killed at the same store that Marcus and Chris just left from. After Marcus and Chris left, two other people came, and I guess the gang members swerved back around and got to get back on somebody that was innocent. So two people got murdered pretty much that night. Two innocent people. I don't know who they are, but Chris and Marcus made it out alive. Y'all like this video, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I want y'all to hit the notification bell and share this video, man. I'm trying to get remonetized so I can get all my good videos back up how I want to be, man. But anyone, if y'all like the story and this touches you, please hit the like button, hit the black bell so you can get all my videos and not some. I love all y'all for watching these videos. Leave a good comment, leave any comment, just share it. Peace. What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. It's your boy Montez Wheeler. I want everyone to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. If you have not subscribed to this channel and you're a new viewer, I want you to hit that black bell so you can get all of my videos and not just some. Today, I'm coming back with another good story called He Saved Their Child at Walmart. Stick around for this one. Y'all gonna like this one. Okay, so you got a guy named Charles. Charles is around my age, 26, 27, one of those. Anyways, Charles is homeless. I don't know what led up to him being homeless, but he is in this story. So Charles, the only thing he does have left is a car that he got a year ago from his last job. So Charles, that's how he gets from plan A to plan B. Okay, so let's fast forward to this day. Okay, Charles, he's standing in front of Popeyes. He's panhandling, asking for money. Some people shoo him away. Some people actually give him some money. So he ended up getting some Popeyes, right? Charles goes to the back of one of these buildings that he knows nothing about. It's probably closed. The sun's going down. Charles is back there eating his Popeyes. And he suddenly, remember, he got to wash up. So he went in Family Dollar and stole a rag and soap and some toothpaste. He didn't want to, but he had to do what he had to do, right? Now it's getting nighttime-ish. It's about 9 p.m. Charles knew he had to wash up. So he would always go to this one Walmart in the hood. It's just that he went to the same one he's been going to since he's been homeless. I guess to keep the same vibe going or whatever. But he goes in Walmart. He washes up. He got his weed in the car. I mean, due to YouTube policies, he got his green in the car. And he's just smoking and eating and watching videos. And then he eventually goes to sleep. Next thing you know, Charles is woken up to a scream. He looking around like, what's going on? He thinks it's a video playing on his phone that was just on already on Play Next. You know, the phone that says Play Next Video, he thought it was one of those. But he realized his phone was dead and he forgot to put the charger in. So he laid back down. Then he hears the scream again. Now he's looking around. And when he look across the parking lot, he sees a pregnant woman getting mugged by a robber. So now Charles, he jumped out the car and he ran over there to the woman. And then the robber, by this time, he got the woman's purse. He janked it, he jumped in the woman's car and picked tight. Next thing you know, Charles go up, he tell the woman, you want me to, you need any help? The woman's like, yes. He has my baby in the backseat. Next thing you know, Charles, he jumped in his van and went on a full chase, chasing the robber, like 10 minutes down the road. So now Charles, he's not even worried about crashing his car, right? He's driving up on the robber, trying to bang the car, get on the side of the road, because now all he thinking about is a kid in the backseat. He don't know if it's a baby, a little girl, or whatever. But he's driving and the robber, I guess, I don't know what happened. This guy must have been drunk. But the car spun out of control just a little bit enough for the car to crash and come to a stop. Charles jumps out the car. The robber, he tries to run, but Charles catches up with him. The statue that Charles was coming towards the robber, he immediately cringed up on the ground. And Charles committed a beat down on the robber, just beating him senseless. So right after that, Charles looks in the back seat and it's an 8-year-old little girl. Charles gets the kid, puts her in the van safely, right back to Walmart. Now you're thinking about the car. He left the car there. So he get back and he can tell by the woman's face, the only thing she was worried about is, did you get my baby? And her smile went from here when Charles says, here she is. The woman I'm talking about, she been there, got on her knees and thanked Charles and said, if you wasn't around, no telling what could have happened. And Charles is like, man, I'm so glad I was around. Is there anything else I can help with? I mean, why are you here, this lady? And the woman, she's still shaking, holding on tight to her daughter, and with a big stomach. She was pregnant. She was telling Charles that she needed some milk for the baby, and no other stores was open. And she knew the Walmart was gonna close around 11, so she just chose to hurry up and run there and get it. The milk, of course. So Charles was like, okay, cool. And the woman's like, what's your situation? Charles began to tell her that he was homeless and this and that. Fast forward, she started feeling sorry for Charles. The woman began to think about if Charles wasn't there that night, what could have happened to her daughter, right? So given the fact that Charles was pretty much homeless and he wasn't asking for anything from the woman, just a genuine out of his heart, she could see that he was a good guy. So the lady looks at Charles and says, what you did for me tonight, sir, I'm going to change your life. And she reached in and put out a check and was writing Charles thinking, ma'am, you don't have to. And even then, Charles thinking, it's going to be, maybe $100, right? As the woman has tears rolling in her eyes, she says, thank you so much, young man. God bless. God wanted me to give this to you. And she handed Charles a check. Charles looked at the check after the woman pulled off and beat the horn. It was $100,000. Charles couldn't believe his eyes. All Charles could do is just look down at the check and look up and thank God. That's the end of this story, but I want to say a message. Helping people goes a long way. I don't care if it's 50 cents, I don't care if it's $1. Try to help as much people as you can because you never know what could come back in return. Charles, he's homeless, living out his car, no money, no house. He helped that woman and now look, he got $100,000. Charles went and got himself a new car, got himself a place, and he found a new girlfriend. Hey, if y'all like this video, like, comment, subscribe to this channel. And for everyone who is new, they just click on this video and just now visited my channel. What I want you to do is, if you like this video, hit the black bell so you can get all my videos. If y'all like these little stories, I'm gonna post them back to back because I got hundreds of them. Man, I want to thank y'all for watching this video. Please share this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I want to thank you for watching. Peace. What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I want everyone to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit the black bell. This next story that I'm bringing out today is called The Evil Grandma. Y'all might want to stick around because I think y'all might like this one. Okay, so you got this young guy. His name is George, right? It's a hot day. I mean, 95 degrees outside. George is riding along because he likes to go on long rides on his bike. So he's riding along. When he gets so tired after riding for like an hour straight, he stops in front of his house. As he looks at the mailman, he says what's up to the mailman. And whenever the truck pulls off, he sees this nice pink house. And then all of a sudden, George hears an old lady's voice say, "Hey young man, you look like you're hot. Are you thirsty? Do you want a cup of tea?" And George looks over and it's an old, frail, mean looking woman standing on the porch. I ain't gonna lie, it was so hot outside this day, anyone would have took this cup of tea from this woman. The old lady says, "Young man, hurry on in. It's real hot out there." So George looks around, no one else is outside, so George, he parks his bike in the front, he walks in the house, nothing's wrong, everything's feeling straight. So next thing you know, George notices that he hears like 7 locks being locked on the door behind him. George, he brushes off and takes his seat. The woman says, "Young man, what's your name?" George tells her his name. But after that, the woman offers George some food, but when he looked down at the food, it looked real nasty. George didn't want it. So then she offered George some tea. As funny as it sounds, this tea was actually pretty good. He actually felt like his grandma made it. So George is just sitting there for about 30 minutes talking to the old woman. The old woman's laughing and talking, and she offers George some cookies. George agrees, eats the cookies, but then he realized he needed something to wash it down with, so he asked the woman for another cup of tea. The old woman gave him a cup of tea. Right after that, that's all that George remembers because he passed out. He woke up 3 hours later in the basement. The next thing you know, George wakes up in the day, he scratches his head like this. He don't know what's going on, but he realizes he's locked in the basement. He yells, "Mel, let me out of here before I call the police." When he taps his pockets and realizes he don't even got his phone. So the old woman says, "You're never getting out of here." So George, he panics. He looks around for a way out. George sees a blue room and he runs towards the blue room. He goes in this blue room and all of a sudden he realizes that just leads to another room in the house. So DJ all of a sudden hears footsteps coming down the steps and all of these crazy dogs barking. So next thing you know, DJ hides behind something. The old lady comes down there and says, "I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you." But for some reason she couldn't find him. So she ran back upstairs and the dogs stayed downstairs. So DJ's standing right there while the dogs are barking. While the old lady's walking around looking for George, George realized that she left the door open upstairs, so this is George's one and only chance to get out the basement. But guess what? As soon as George gets to the top of the steps, the dogs start barking. And guess what? The old lady turned around with a butcher knife and started walking towards George. Next thing you know, George took off running. So George was running and he was stopped in his tracks when he hears a loud noise. studying him outside. So now George runs to the front door while the old lady's walking behind him with a knife like this. George tried to unlock the front door and try to get on his bike, but the door was locked. So George jumps out the window like this and hops on his bike and starts riding off. And then the old lady jumped in her car and started chasing George full speed in the car. So George, he's riding, and the old woman, she's trying to smash George's bike off the road. And eventually she ends up hitting George, but she only hits the back wheel. And he ends up flipping the bike, and George ends up falling off the bike, passing out. Now, what do y'all think is gonna happen next? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen next. So, George, he wakes up out of unconsciousness, and he's looking at the ceiling in the car. At this point, he realizes, I'm done. He thinks he's in the old woman's car. He don't know what this old crazy woman's gonna do to him. Well, it turns out when he looks in the front seat, the woman is not actually the old woman. It was actually an innocent bystander that was just driving past. George was passed out on the road, and the woman stopped her car and seen the old lady carrying George to her back seat. Something didn't feel right, so the woman yelled at the old lady, and the old lady got scared and left George right there in the road and drove off. So the woman put George in the back seat of her car to where George was safe. She explained all this to George. George thanked the woman, and the woman, she said, no problem. George told the woman everything that happened, and the woman decided to call the police, but she made sure George made it home safe. They filed a police report. When they went to the old woman's house, they went and they found a body in the freezer. So this woman was arrested. I don't know what this woman was involved with. I don't know, but all I know is that she was arrested for numerous missing people that came up missing around town. I'm gonna wrap that up for this story because I got plenty more to make and plenty more to come, so be watching out. But if you watch this whole video, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment, hit the black bell so you can get all of my videos. This is Montez Wheeler. If y'all like these stories, send comments and share these videos. Hit the like button so YouTube can get the algorithm. I don't think y'all watch this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, peace. I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. If you're new to this channel, hit the black bell so you can get all of my videos, not some. Yeah, man, so today I'm gonna hit y'all with another story. So today, this story was, he was killed over mistaken identity. Okay, so you got a guy named Richard. Okay, it's Friday night. Richard just got off work. Richard, he's getting ready to go to the club. He just hopped out the shower. He's spraying on his little cologne, spraying the smell good on, hoping he can bring one of the little baddies home from the club. Richard ain't, he don't get into drama. He has a few friends, you know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much he's a loner, but he's a cool dude for the most part. Actually, before Richard even leaves the house to go to the club, he has one of his little females call him, and they're like, shoot, they're going to the same club. So Richard chooses to go to the same club. He chooses to meet up with her. So Richard hops in the whip, and he goes on to the club. So Richard pulls up to the club. He see everything, the lights flashing, everybody looking good, all the little females walking in, smelling good. So he goes right in the club. But then there goes security. The security guard looks at Richard and says, I need to see your ID and I need to pat you down. Richard says, man, I've been coming here for a little minute, man, but whatever. Richard ain't really trying to make a big deal because while the security guard's patting him down, he looking past security guard trying to look at all the females walking in. So anyway, when he gets in the club, he feeling the vibe. He rushed over to one little female that he seen to look cute. He talking to her. He offered to buy her a drink. Actually, she offers to buy him a drink. But on the side of his eye, Richard sees two people looking at him. They look like thugs. But as Richard is talking to this female or whatever, he can't help but see two guys looking at him on the side of his eye. They look at him with a look like he done something to them or something. Now, Richard knows he's not into the streets. He's not in any trouble or anything. So Richard pretty much brushes it off and he moved to the other side of the club. So him and the female walk over there to the little seat. They sit down, but they see that the two guys, they move over in the same area. Now Richard He's on alert. Richard, he was too embarrassed to say that he had to go pee. So Richard told his girl that he was talking to that, hey, I need to run to the restroom real quick, and I gotta call somebody real quick. It's too loud. It's the music too loud. I'll be right back. Richard went to the bathroom. So as he's in there peeing, hears the door open actually, and he sees two of the thugs' shoes walk in. So Richard's standing there and hear a voice say, hey, bro. And Richard, he like, yo, what's up? Somebody in here. I'm using the bathroom. He said, yo, we seen you out there. Hey, what's your name? Is your name Lil Tone? Richard like, Lil Tone, man? No, man, my name Richard, man. I don't know. So now, Richard, he zipping his pants up. Before Richard could even say anything, one of the dudes put their hand in Richard's face like this and said, we know you robbed us last week. We gonna get you back. We know we gonna get you. And they walk out. Now Richard's dumbfounded because Richard never robbed anyone. Richard's just a go to work and come home type of guy. So Richard's dumbfounded. He's like, man, that's crazy, man. I gotta hurry up and have my fun and get up out of here, man. A few more drinks and I'm gone, man. So Richard walks out the bathroom. Now, Richard's nervousness comes down a little bit when the female that he left out there was actually still waiting on him. She ordered him a drink and said, do you want a drink? He said, yeah, of course. She ordered him, I think it was some New Amsterdam, let's just say, right? So he drank, and now it's 20, 30 minutes go by. He drank and he getting a little lifted now. So now he looking around and he see the same two guys, and they do this to him and they walk out the club. So now hours done went by. Richard, you know, he tells the female, you know, I'll catch up with you, whatever. And he leaves the club, and as he's walking to his car, he looks at an all-black Escalade and the front headlights come on. So now Richard, he's on guard. Richard's walking to his car. He gets in the car and he knows he's a little bit wasted, so he gotta drive a little slow, but he's still on alert. So as Richard get in his car, he back out and start driving. So now Richard driving in the car, he sees that these cars keep following him in the background. He keeps seeing the headlights. So now Richard, his phone keep ringing. His phone done rung about 5 or 6 times, right? It's his baby mama trying to get him to cash out her some money for the kids. So Richard like, man, what does she want? As Richard looked down at the phone, all you see is a black Escalade pulled up right beside Richard's car. But Richard didn't see the car. Next thing you know, all you hear is a machine gun fire. The whole car was sprayed up. Richard was killed instantly. Now, this is where the story takes a horrible, sad turn. See, Richard was not the guy who robbed these two thugs. Richard was killed due to mistaken identity. I guess the guy who robbed these two thugs looked just like Richard, and he was killed for mistaken identity. For everyone who's out there, man, that likes to go to the club, be very careful and limit the drinks that you drink at the club so you won't get too wasted. Because you just never know who's in the club, who's looking at who's coming there to start trouble, who's coming there to take a life. This guy, Richard, he didn't know that this was going to be his last night alive. But if Richard would have knew, I don't think he never would have went to the club that night. Now, this is another story for y'all that I put because I haven't posted nothing in a while because I'm trying to get my stuff together or whatever. But yeah, Richard was killed. His baby mom was devastated. He left behind one child, and the messed up thing is he wasn't even the intended target. So that could be you. So when you out and about, please watch your surroundings. I don't even go to the club personally. And even if I do go to the club, it's only going to be for a little bit. And I'm always going to be on my P's and Q's looking at everybody. Man, if y'all like that video, man, like, comment, and subscribe, man, to this channel so it can run up the algorithm and it keep me wanting to do more videos for y'all, man. Listen, hit that black bell so you get all my videos. Leave a comment if you like. Now, until next time, peace. What's up, YouTube family? I'm back with another video. I want everyone to hit that like button. I want everyone to subscribe right now. If you have not subscribed, hit the black notification bell. This story today is they went out to a party but ended up in the clown apocalypse. This story starts out with two dudes named DJ and Chris. DJ and Chris take their girlfriends out to a fancy Airbnb, but what they don't know is that it's surrounded by killer clowns. So DJ and Chris, they driving with their girlfriends in the back seat, and DJ realizes, okay, they pulling up to the wooden Airbnb. So they get out, they check out the rooms, everything looking fancy and nice. So DJ says, how about the girls, how about y'all just stay here, and me and Chris, we go to the store and get some snacks and stuff. So DJ and Chris hop in the whip. They drive all the way to the grocery store. They in there shopping. DJ getting what he getting, Chris getting what he getting. So as DJ and Chris pull back up to the fancy Airbnb while the girls inside, as Chris is taking some bags out the trunk, Chris, he looks over in the woods right there and he think he sees something. What he sees is a clown hanging behind a branch like this. So next thing you know, that's when Chris says, hey, DJ, come here, bro. I know you just seen that. DJ comes over, he looks, he don't see nothing. DJ says, man, look, come on in the house, man, so you don't miss out on the party. Chris, he like, alright, whatever. Chris know he seen something. So Chris brushed it off. So Chris, DJ, they go inside the house. They go in there with their girls. They got the grill going. By this time, the sun done went down. They over there making some steaks, some hamburgers, some hot dogs, and they got the little drinks going. You know, DJ, he over talking to his girl. Chris over kicking it up with his girl. Next thing you know, they hear a noise. By this time, everyone goes into the Airbnb. They turn the music down. They looking around. They don't see nothing out of place. But then they hear the news on. You know, the bulletin is talking about crazy flooded videos on the internet of clowns attacking people and killing people and everything. They brush it off. But then next thing you know, they hear something on the back patio door. So they run back there and guess what they see? A clown. So now you got more than one clown. Now you got 5 clowns at the back patio door beating on the door like this. Now the glass is breaking. Now the girls are screaming. DJ says, hey, Chris, run to the kitchen and get a knife. So Chris comes back in there with a knife. But then DJ says, you know what? Let me run upstairs and get something real quick. See, DJ, he was licensed to carry. So he went up there and got his gun. And then DJ handed Chris his gun. And then they pointing at the gun like this at the clowns. They like, step back or else I'm gonna shoot. So then they see the clowns stepping closer. They in the house now. Then they walking towards them like this. So Chris, he tells, hey, girls, let's go. DJ, he tells this girl, let's go. They run out the front door and they jump into the car. DJ, he does this Need for Speed spin in the street and then he drives off real quick. And the clowns stand there in the middle of the road with they knives and stuff like that they stand there like this. And then DJ, Chris, and the girls, now they in the car safe. They driving all the way far away. So while they driving, Chris says, hold on, you hear that on the radio? So that's what DJ's like, go ahead and turn it up. So on the radio, they talking about there's killer clowns running around killing people. Be careful. And if you come in contact with any clown, please call the police. By this time, everyone's looking at each other in the car real scared from what just happened, right? So they get into town finally, eventually, and you would not believe, it looks like a war zone. Cars are flipped over, fire everywhere, there's clowns running all up through the streets, people running from clowns. So while they just driving through the street, they get into town eventually, and they driving like this, the girls in the back, Chris in the passenger seat. So they driving, and they eventually stop the car because there's a group of clowns standing right there. Now the clowns is getting closer to the car, while the girls in the car, they screaming. Chris had his gun like this, and DJ pointing the guns at the clown saying, get back or else I'll shoot. By this time, DJ and Chris just start letting off. Next thing you know, when he got too many of them, it was like a horde. YouTube family, please forgive me for sweating because I'm hot as hell. But listen, next thing you know, as the clowns get closer like this, DJ and Chris, they were about to give up. Next thing you know, all you hear is all this machine gun fire. All the clowns start falling down. Guess who was standing behind them? The U.S. military. They came into the city to evacuate everyone because of what was going on. So they came to DJ and Chris's rescue. DJ, they stand there in amazement with the flashlights in their face. They try to wave the flashlight at their face like that. They just happy to be alive at that moment. But the story doesn't end there. There's a part 2 that I'm going to drop to this after this part 1. So this is to be continued. I want everyone to hit that like button if you haven't. If you like more stories like this, comment below, hit the black bell, and be watching, because I got an episode 2 coming for y'all. Thank you. Like button. I want everybody to subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. I want everybody to click that black bell so you get all my videos and get all the notifications. Now today, this story starts out with, let's say, a guy named DJ. He's 18 years old. He just made 18 last month actually. DJ lives with his mom and his little brother. His little brother's name is Chris and he's 12 years old. Every day when DJ's mom went to work, his job was to take his little brother to school, and then he go to school. But today he decided to skip school and go hang out with a group of friends. So while DJ's mom's at work and his little brother's at school, DJ decided to go out and go join a gang. This gang said DJ could be in the gang only if he would do one thing, and that's to take the life of someone else. I don't know why, but DJ said yes. DJ wanted to feel love. So this gang said, we'll love you, we'll give you money, we'll give you anything you want. As long as you do what you said you was going to do, we'll give you what we told you we was going to give you. So the gang said, you know what, meet us tonight in this alley on this side of town. So later on that day, instead of DJ going to pick his little brother up from school, he went and met up with the gang that told him to meet us at this spot at this particular time. So DJ's little brother Chris starts to walk home, because DJ and Chris' mom isn't home yet from work. So DJ meets up with this particular gang at this particular time. They get in the car. DJ's heart's bumping out his chest because he really don't want to do it, but he wants to be loved. Without DJ having any time to think, one of the gang members tossed a gun in the back seat and told DJ, look, we're going to ride around. We're going to pick the person we want you to do it to. And after you do it, you're pretty much in the game. So now it's been 20 minutes. They've been driving around. Now they're on the other side of town. They finally see somebody. They slow the car down. They say, hey, look, see that person right there walking? Take him out. So as they driving up slow, DJ hand shaking like this with a gun in his hand. DJ, without even thinking about it, heart beating out his chest, he point the gun out the window, start shooting. And then they drive off real quick, making that screeching sound with their tires. By this time, everyone in the car is yelling at DJ saying, you in, you in, you in. DJ, his heart's beating out his chest. He feel like he's finna faint. He can't believe what he just did. But over time, DJ's heart began to slow back down to normal. And before he knew it, he realized he was in the gang. Police were not behind him or anything. So they feel like they pretty much got away with it. So they drop DJ off back on his side of town and he starts to walk home. So by this time, DJ walks into the house. Not even 5 minutes after walking in the house, DJ's cell phone gets to blowing up. He got 20 missed calls from his mom. I guess he didn't feel the phone ringing when he was running home, because you know what he just did, right? His adrenaline was rushing. So DJ answers the phone. It's his mom. She's yelling. She's screaming on the phone. She's saying, your brother's been shot. Your brother's been shot. By this time, DJ's mother's pulling up in the driveway. She jumps out the car and says, your little brother's been shot. DJ can't believe what he's hearing. DJ's eyes is like this wide. He can't believe what's going on. To everyone out there, never join a gang. Let me sum this whole story up for you. The person that DJ did a drive-by on was his own little brother. If y'all like this video, like, comment, subscribe to this channel. Peace. What's up, YouTube family? I'm back with another video. I want to thank everyone for watching this video and clicking on this video. I want you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the black bell notification so you can get all of my videos. This story starts right here with a dude named Marcus. He's walking from the store, you know what I'm saying, eating some hot Cheetos, eating a honey bun, and he drinking a purple Faygo. You know, he just walking along, just eating, just drinking. And then all of a sudden, he hears some footsteps behind him. Next thing you know, there's 3 black dudes. They got on hoods. One of them pull up a gun like this, and they say, hey, bro. Hey, I know you hear us talking to you. Run them pockets. Marcus caught off guard. He don't know what's going on. He throw his hands up like this. He say, hey, I don't know what's going on. And he dropped the bag of chips. He dropped everything. He take off running. As he's running, he hear gunshots hitting around him as he's running because the 3 dudes chasing him. So they turn around and take off. And Marcus, he keep on running. But they didn't leave. They was going to get a car. But the dudes, the gang members, they wasn't going nowhere. They ran back to get their car. So they driving around the hood looking for Marcus. Marcus running through backyards. Marcus is scared to death. So Marcus, he's running. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, he can't get away from them. I guess they knew the hood pretty well. So they kept him driving through. Marcus, he's running past bandos. He's getting behind garbage cans. And all of a sudden, Marcus, he's running. Next thing you know, hear a voice say, hey, there he is. There go the 3 gang members. They start shooting at him. Marcus keep on running. For some reason, Marcus hit this back street. He heard another noise say, hey, bro, what's going on? Marcus look over. It says homeboy, Big Mike. He run over to Big Mike's car. Marcus like, hey, bro, let me in. Big Mike, he speed off. So as they get away in the car, safe and everything, Big Mike, he's like, bro, what's going on? Marcus, he is up telling, man, I don't know, man. I was walking from the store, eating some chips, drinking a Faygo, eating a honey bun, and then 3 guys ran up on me. I guess they tried to rob me. Big Mike told him, oh, yeah, man. I forgot to tell you about this area, man. That's real bad, man. Man, they just had a news coverage this. Everybody going around here getting robbed, bro. Why was you out this late? Marcus say, man, I don't know. I always walk to that store all the time. Ain't nothing ever happened to me. Well, Big Mike says, well, look, homie, look, I got to drop you off where you want to be dropped off at. So next thing you know, Marcus ended up telling him where to get dropped off at. Marcus ran to the house real fast, looking behind him, making sure nobody behind him. And Marcus, he got in the house safely, locked all the doors, ran to the room, took his clothes off. He was glad to be alive. Hey, when y'all out and about, man, make sure y'all watch y'all surroundings, man, because you never know what people be on. Ever since that day, Marcus, he never went to that store again. He actually ended up saving up money from his job and getting the car, and he ended up driving to another store. Man, I want y'all to hit this like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the black notification bell. If you like more stories like this, man, comment, and I'll make another one. Peace.
It was a really cold night. James get a text from his girlfriend and say, come to the liquor store. James pull up to the liquor store. Matter of fact, it was 2 o'clock in the morning to be exact. As James looked down and text his girlfriend and say, I'm here at the liquor store, there goes a silencer right here to James' brain. And we gonna backtrack. This is just the intro. We gonna get into the story right now. What's up, YouTube family? I want everyone to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, comment. Anyone who has not subscribed, if you're any new viewers, I want you to hit the black bell so you can get all of my videos and not just some. For everyone who's already subscribed, thank you for rocking with me. Y'all know I had to hit y'all with another good story. So today, this is going to be, she took her baby daddy out, or got her baby daddy taken out. So you got this guy named James, right? James, he's a very good guy. He works. He he has a wife. Her name is Natalie. See, what James doesn't know is that Natalie really doesn't like him like that. She only got with James because of the money. We're going to get into that. Okay, so it's the following week. James gets promoted to the highest position in his job. He's been working there for about 7 years now. So James' colleagues choose to take him out, have him a good time. They get a limo, they go downtown to Las Vegas, they gamble, they pop champagne, they hang out the top of the limo and going crazy. And Natalie is right there along with James, but her attitude is kind of off. He nudges Natalie and says, should you be happy for me? I mean, I did just get promoted. Natalie brushes it off and plays it off and acts like she's happy for him and says, no babe, everything's cool. Because James didn't really spoil her with gifts all the time. He took her out, this and that, but really didn't spoil her like that. So Natalie got to thinking, how can I get his money without him giving it to me? Then she concocted a plan, and Natalie and James went home that night to their big nice home, and there are 2 Lamborghinis out in front. James tells Natalie, look, I'll be getting promoted, and we've been making a lot more money now. That was music to Natalie's ears. Natalie thought about it. She really felt bad about it. And in this case, she really did feel bad. She really didn't want to do it. But she thought about James and the money and went through with it. See, James was very good to Natalie, but he knew that Natalie was kind of a gold digger. And he didn't want to spoil her because he felt if he spoiled her with a lot of gifts, that's the only reason why she would love him. So he limited the stuff he bought her. Oh, he bought a lot of stuff though. But Natalie thought about all the stuff that he bought her and all the stuff she can buy when James is gone. So Natalie hit up a hitman. So 2 weeks after the anniversary of James being promoted, Natalie contacted a hitman. Now, she met this hitman on her back page. She really didn't know that much about him. She didn't really think to do her research and try to cover up or anything. She was just so worried about getting James out the way. So she contacts this hitman, and the hitman contacts her back, gives her a price, and says, I'm in. When do you want me to do it? So they set up the play. So Natalie calls James' mom and says, we're going to be out having fun. If you call us Wednesday night, that's what we're going to be doing. So Natalie actually made a plan to make James go to the liquor store and get his favorite Hennessy Black. So as James pulls up to the liquor store, that's when the plan will go down. So this plan was set up for Natalie and the hitman to meet up at some plaza or something like that behind some stores where no one would know where they're at. Natalie pulled up like this, hitman pulled up like this. They exchanged money and the information. Everything was set up for tomorrow, which is Wednesday night. So Wednesday night comes. James feels kind of odd that day. He's contacting Natalie and she's just out and about. What she really was, she went to give the hitman the rest of the money. So later that night, Natalie called James and said, hey, can you go to the liquor store, get us some liquor that we can drink, you know, your favorite Hennessy Black. So James, he shrugs off and says, all right, babe, I'll be back, and walks out the door. So James pulls up to the liquor store. The car in front of him pulls off, and now it's his turn to pull up. He gets the Hennessy, puts in the car, he pulls over in a little cross face, and he says, texting Natalie, says, hey babe, I got the stuff. As he looked down, someone with a silencer put it right up behind James' head, pulled the trigger and blew James' brain out. No one heard nothing or seen anything. Someone got in an unknown car and pulled off, and everything looked like it's going. James is just laying there slumped in the car. Put it like this, a few hours later, someone found James. They called James' family. They called the baby mom, Natalie. She was acting hysterical, crying like she didn't know what was going on, and James' mother and family was devastated. Now, they had started to see that Natalie had some strange behavior, but they brushed it off. They didn't think nothing of it. They planned for James' funeral. Now Natalie's sitting in the house by herself, and it's all starting to hit her. Now she feels very bad for what she did. And let's fast forward to the funeral. So the funeral, James' mom's crying, everyone's devastated. Natalie shows up and looks down at James in the casket like this, knowing good and well she's the reason why this whole thing even went on. James James' mom figured out that Natalie had put life insurance policy on James 2 weeks before he was killed. And not only that, one night Natalie was asleep and left her phone unlocked. James' mom told every family member to rush over there with the cops as fast as they could. And they went through Natalie's phone while she was passed out drunk. They seen all the messages. Make a long story short, she was arrested, the hitman was arrested, and she didn't even get to spend none of the money, so she did it all for no reason. And basically, James' family was devastated. Natalie, now it's all hitting her. All she could do is just put her hands behind her back pretty much. Natalie was sentenced to 99 years life without parole. Natalie, every day she cried herself to sleep. She couldn't handle being there. She couldn't handle that she was never gonna get out. Then she started thinking about how good James was to her. And all the men that she was messing with behind James' back stopped contacting her. They didn't want nothing to do with her. So Natalie said, you know what? I can't do this. One day as the guards is making their runs, they walk past Natalie's cell. And there you go. Natalie's feet dangling right there. She's hanging from the ceiling. Now the guards is rushing. We need a medic, we need a medic. It was too late. Natalie was gone. Y'all like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the black bell so you get all my videos. Until next time, peace.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I want everyone to like, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. For everyone who's already subscribed, you already know what it is. I'm gonna get right into it. But for the ones who have not subscribed, I want you to hit the notification bell and hit that black bell so you can get all of my videos and not some. This story is about a dude who wanted rap and fame so bad he almost sold his soul to the devil. Y'all might want to stick around. Y'all gonna like this one. Emmanuel, he's 27 years old. He's always had big dreams to be a rap star. He's just now finishing college and moved into his own place. He's not where he really wants to be in life, but hey, it is what it is. So let's get back into the story, because actually I kind of wanted to lay down, but I'm gonna jump right back in the story. You know, y'all made me, y'all running them views up, made me want to get up, so I'm gonna do this for y'all. But so one day Emmanuel's walking from the store eating some powdered donuts, right? And while he's eating the powdered donuts, he's shaking his head like this. He walking, you know what I'm saying, with his headphones in, and all of a sudden he takes his headphones out and the music starts playing out loud. So then a limo parks up beside him, and a guy rolls the window down midway like this, and he says, "Hey, I like that song. What you think about being on the radio?" Emmanuel sitting there, white stuff all over his lips, like, "What do you mean? I would love to be on the radio. I make music." This guy sticks his hand out the window and says, "Here, take this card. Contact me later on, and I'll get you signed." That song that you was playing, is that you? Emmanuel says yes. So make a long story short, for this little part, he gave the card to Emmanuel. Emmanuel wiped his lips off like this. "Let me go home and check it out." So Emmanuel gets home and he's seeing all the notebooks and the rhymes and stuff that he's going to show the guy that pulled up in the limo, right? Now, the weird thing is, as soon as Emmanuel called that number on the first ring, it picked up. Emmanuel thought that was weird, but he said, hey, whatever, he didn't see anything wrong at the time. So they scheduled Emmanuel to come down to this big building. There's a big record label company downtown in the state that Emmanuel's living in. So Emmanuel wakes up the next day and he's standing in front of the building. He's looking up like this because the building's so tall. Now Emmanuel, he's sitting on the elevator with mixed thoughts, thinking, I don't know how this is gonna go. So he don't think about it. All he think about is everything he finna buy with all that money. So he finally gets off the elevator. As soon as Emmanuel hops off the elevator, he gets to the top floor of the building. Now he's greeted by some nice gentlemen and some nice ladies. And they say, we've been waiting on you, come this way. And he walks into this long conference room with, the room with them long tables, look like it's about to be a business deal, right? He walks in there, everything looking cool. And all of a sudden, over at the end of the table, there's this guy sitting there with a tuxedo.
He says, Emmanuel, I've been expecting you. Emmanuel says, hey, I'm here. Now, what's this deal about? And the guy sitting at the end of the table looks like to be the boss or whatever, the leader, right? He says, that song you were playing, you got that with you? Emmanuel says, yes, here you go. Passes it over. Next thing you know, they listen to the song, they like it. They say, Emmanuel, what do you think about signing a deal? But you have to sell your soul. You can have whatever you want. Emmanuel scratches his head like this. He says, you know what? I have to get back with you on that. And as he's walking out the door, the boss at the end of the table, he says this, Emmanuel, you might want to take this offer. You won't be here for long. Emmanuel says, I'll get back with you in a week. So a week goes by. I mean, Emmanuel's phone is blowing up. Emmanuel's starting to feel weird. Like, why do they want to sign me so bad? So one day, Emmanuel, he's standing out there, he's passing out CDs. For some reason, this day, he's actually getting some money. And all of a sudden, that limo parks up again. He says, Emmanuel, why are you out here selling CDs when you could be making all this money? Listen, meet up with me tonight at the building, and I'm going to sign you a big check. But remember, you give us your soul, we give you everything. See you tonight. Emmanuel looks like this. So later on that night, Emmanuel ends up going to the building, right? They let him all the way to the top floor again, and this time he walks in, he sits down, and the guy with the tuxedo, he slides the check over to Emmanuel. Emmanuel says, what's this? This is a $500,000 check. And the guy said, it'll be way more than that if you just sign on this dotted line and your soul is ours. Emmanuel jumped up out the chair and ran to the elevator, got out that building as fast as he could. Emmanuel was raised in church as a kid, so he knew enough to not be manipulated enough to sell his soul to the devil. And he knew with that $500,000 check that the money would be gone, and then he would have to give up something. So Emmanuel didn't want anything to do with the deal anymore. He was already selling CDs and getting money anyway, so he tried to dodge this guy with the suit on. He blocked his number. He was dodging him in traffic. He pretty much hid from the guy because he didn't want to get in contact with him anymore. Later that night, Emmanuel goes to sleep and he has a dream that the guy's right there with the suit. He says, Emmanuel, you can have all the money, all the fame, all the women. Just come back and sign with us. Emmanuel, he shakes it off and wakes up in a sweat. Right then and there, that's when Emmanuel knew it's not worth selling your soul to the devil. So Emmanuel, he decided to block that guy in the tuxedo and the limo's number, and eventually the guy stopped coming around. And Emmanuel, he got into a nice church, Christian church, with his grandma, and now he's a gospel rapper making lots of money. He has a nice family, and he lives in a nice home. Never heard from that weird guy again, or you never seen that creepy limo. Guys, if y'all like this story, like, comment, and subscribe. The moral of the story is, don't sell your soul. You can make it on your own through the man up above. Y'all like this story, like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all till next time. What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. For all the new viewers, I want you to hit the like button and hit the black bell so you can get all of my videos and not some. Today, this video is going to be a little shorter. It's going to be called He Just Snapped and He Killed His Baby Mama. Y'all want to stick around because I know y'all don't like this story. It starts out with a guy named Tyrone, right? Tyrone got a baby mama. Her name is LaQuisha. All she does is sit around and nag and complain all day. Tyrone, he works hard. Even though he has a job he don't like, he keeps it anyway to keep his girl, right? But this day is different. Tyrone lost his job. And LaQuisha's texting him all day, nagging and complaining. He's speeding home real angry. So Tyrone, he busts through the door like, LaQuisha, what's wrong? Da, 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 da. Why are you starting me? Today's not a good day. I lost my job.
When he said that, LaQuisha went red. She immediately started arguing with Tyrone, putting her hand down in his face like this. And mind you, this isn't the first occurrence that this is going on. This has been going on for a very long time, month by month. But today, what LaQuisha don't know is Tyrone had his breaking point. Yeah, while LaQuisha's arguing with Tyrone, she putting her hand on his face like, how can you lose your job? You broke, N-word, this and that. Tyrone, he's just thinking all the times he lets her go out and do what she want to do and he don't complain. And the time when he loses his job, he ain't even there for him. Out of nowhere, while LaQuisha's arguing with him, Tyrone snaps. He runs toward LaQuisha, grabs her neck, and he starts wrestling her to the ground. Now, don't get me wrong, LaQuisha was a good match. She wasn't weak. She's fighting with Tyrone, right? And Tyrone, he getting mad and mad. Now, mind you, this whole occurrence happened in maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Because at first, Tyrone, he just had a headlock. But Tyrone didn't realize how angry he was getting. And I think he squeezed her neck too hard and hurt her pop. Tyrone instantly lets LaQuisha go and starts backing up like this. Now Tyrone looking at LaQuisha on the ground while she ain't moving at all. He like, I told you stop playing with me. You made me mad. You effing B-word. I hate you. You deserve this. Now get up. And he kicking LaQuisha. He realized LaQuisha's not answering. So Tyrone kicked LaQuisha again. Now he getting nervous. Now he touching her. When he turned LaQuisha around, her eyes rolled in the back of her head. LaQuisha was dead. Now Tyrone's in a panic.